ask one. You're a Dominican.
Yeah.
Do you have any opinion on the stories that are circulating with regard to the Haitian immigrants getting pushed out of DR?
What's going on with that?
Well, they're saying the government is pushing out Haitian immigrants who are illegal, and it was supposedly within 48 hours, but I'm hearing that's not true.
Okay.
That they were going to make 250,000 Haitian immigrants stateless because they don't have lineage to the DR, and they weren't born there before 1929, I guess was the rumor. I'm hearing that's not true, and I'm really trying to figure out politically what's going on down there, because we know, and you know, that the Dominican government is very corrupt. We also know that the Haitian government is very corrupt.
Yes, it is.
Which is why people leave Haiti for a better life in the DR, and they work these jobs that most people don't want to have. Similar here in the U.S., where Mexican immigrants and Central American immigrants come here to work, and they take jobs that most of us probably wouldn't prefer to have, and then people, conservatives usually, go on tirade saying, oh, they're taking all the jobs. Well, guess what? They're taking farm jobs and delivery jobs and dishwashing jobs and a lot of jobs that a lot of us probably wouldn't necessarily take.
You know, the color thing is a big issue in DR, too.
Right.
Like light-skinned Dominicans, dark-skinned Dominicans, also a big thing.
And you're a dark-skinned Dominican.
I'm a dark-skinned Dominican, so it's always been that. It's even worse with the Haitians. It's almost the same thing as here, the race situation that happens with immigrants and immigration, where people here are like, oh, well, we don't want them here. You know, just because they want to take a stand that they don't want them here, but really, in reality, we need them here.
Right.
So it's kind of like the same situation that's going on over there, except the people that are in power actually also believe this. So that's when stuff.
And it would be similar in America if you had some of these super conservative people get in power, like what Donald Trump was saying yesterday, where he wanted to put up a wall on the border of Mexico, and he offended Mexican immigrants basically yesterday when he was talking.
Shocking.
And but we would not stand for that here in America. If they one day said, listen, if you're an illegal and you were your parents weren't born here, we're sending all y'all back. It would be a problem.
That sounds so crazy. Oh my god.
It would be a problem. And if they were like, yo, you got 48 hours to leave. What? Or there was like extreme violence, because I'm hearing there's some, the government in DR is abusing some Haitian people, burning houses, abusing people, killing people. Like, there's a lot of that happening. It's a sad situation. I heard the UN has supposedly stepped in, but I've been hard pressed to find real facts. And the reason it's, near and dear to me is because I have Haitian people that I love. I have Dominican people that I love.
Likewise.
And Dominicans that live here have Haitian people that they love. Some people are Dominican and Haitian mixed in their family.
Yeah. We are. I have family that are Haitian. Mixed in my Dominican family, too.
So that's why I've been on this for the last couple days, trying to find out what the real information is. Because I think we're getting misinformation that they were going to basically make 250,000 people stateless within 48 hours.
48 hours, yeah, that's right.
So I'm really, if you have any information on this, you could tweet us, Ebro on the AM. You can hit us on Instagram, or you can call 800-223-9797.
Hey, Ebro, what's going on?
Hey, quickly, talking about Dominican Republic and Haiti and what the Dominican government is attempting to do to Haitian immigrants. I just need, what is the main headline, what is actually happening, and what is not happening?
So what's actually happening is that you have two classes of people. You have people that were born there, and people who migrated over as workers. The law that they are imposing applies to both. So you have people like who were first generation, second generation, born there, speak only Spanish, never been to Haiti, know nothing about Haiti, and at risk of being sent to a country that they don't know. And then on the other side, you have people who actually immigrated there recently for work, but aren't being allowed to get their proper papers and proper documents, and so are at risk of being forced out.
So right now today, is it true that people have 48 hours?
The deadline is actually today. The deadline to file to apply for your papers was today, and so at the end of today, people are essentially scared that they're going to get rounded up on the street. I mean, I was literally on the phone with a civil rights activist in the DR yesterday, and she's telling me that people in public are getting threats from common folk. Common folk are on the bus or on the street, and they'll see someone who they think is Haitian, and they'll say, you may think you're good now, but your time is going to be up in a couple hours or in a couple days. So the situation is really tense right now.
And so, and am I right in thinking that this would be the equivalent of if all of a sudden people who were born here in America to illegal immigrants all of a sudden were being told that they couldn't stay.
Yeah, exactly right. And I can tell you a story of a woman who was born in the DR, went to school there, got her medical degree, became a doctor, got married and moved to Spain, married a Spanish guy from Spain, went to the DR to go vacation and renew her Dominican passport. They took her passport and said, go to the Haitian embassy and get a passport. And she's confused because she doesn't have any family in Haiti, never been there. And she was stateless. She was stuck in the DR. So she had to apply for asylum in Spain to get back to her family and get back to her medical practice there because she was rendered stateless in DR and had no papers.
Now, and is obviously America is not getting involved because we have our own problems, but is anybody around the world looking at this and making sure this doesn't become a mess? Like, who's stepping in to help this?
It's unclear at the moment. I mean, back when this issue really came to light back in 2013, because there was a constitutional court decision in the DR that really sparked this on the legal level. There was a big international outcry about that decision, but despite that, there hasn't been much more pressure besides that to really try and get these laws undone. And so at this point, what people are really hoping is that the expulsions and the deportations are carried out in a way that just doesn't violate people's rights. Because as you said, a couple of minutes ago, there's a lot of violence that's happening, and people aren't being respected.
And so there's really nothing anyone could do right now. These people will, if they don't get the proper paperwork today, these people will be forced out of the DR. And basically, if I was born in the Dominican Republic and, my parents or grandparents before me were Haitian, I basically have nowhere to go.
If you didn't get your papers, you basically have nowhere to go. Now, the Dominican government hasn't been transparent in terms of when, they're going to do this and how they're going to do this, which is why people are kind of on edge, because once the deadline passes, no one knows what to expect. They don't know, if they're going to be walking on the street and they're going to get, rounded up, or if they're going to get snatched out of their homes in the middle of the night.
Oh, my
there's
God.
no way for them to know what the process is going to be like, going forward.
What happens to people that are married? Dominicans that are married to a Haitian?
You're
And
going
their
to be
children.
separated from your family. So, I mean, children are getting separated from their parents, spouses are getting separated. I mean, it's just a really sticky situation.
And I don't understand how, international civil rights people aren't looking at this.
So people are, but I can't tell you why this isn't getting more attention than it is. I mean, Amnesty International has been looking at it. The Haitian American Lawyers Association of New York and New Jersey have been looking at it. There's an organization called We Are All Dominican based in New York. They've been, talking about this for a while, but we don't, we're organizations here in the U.S. that don't have
any political power.
Any political. So, what we need is for the UN to step in, or for the U.S. to step in, or for, other countries in Latin America to step in and say, hey, look, what you guys are doing is wrong. Everyone knows it's wrong. It's clearly against, conventions that the DR has signed on to, and other countries have signed on to.
And I would even say, most of the Dominican people that we hear from here, or I hear from on social media, are in favor of this not happening. Like they think this is horrible. They're embarrassed. They don't want any part of this. They think it makes their whole thing look bad.
There's some truth to that. I find that there are actually mixed views, and it's more complicated than that. But there's a really big there's a lot of support from Dominicans here and in the DR who think that this is wrong. But I think as I can't remember if it was Rosenberg or someone else said, the DR government supports this, and so
that was Cass One. He's Dominican. His parents lived there.
Yeah, so as Cass One said, since the DR government supports this and they want this, it's kind of hard for something to be done otherwise.
Well, I just wanted to make light of it. It's a sad situation. It breaks my heart. People that share an island. That obviously there's issues in history between both cultural groups, but in 2015, guys, we can't. This can't be reality, man.
This is horrible.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, appreciate your phone call, bro.
Thanks for taking me.
All right, man, and keep us updated on any information or anything we can get out to people.
All right, we'll do. Thank you.
Take care.